Hi, this is DROdio, and I'm going to show you today how to use the lead management system that we have for our real estate agents. We have a network of real estate agents that participate in receiving leads from us. You know who you are. This video is not meant necessarily for public consumption, although you're welcome to see it, but this is specifically meant for the agents in our network. Here's how to use this new system that will allow you to communicate back to us the status and updates of leads that we send you. The first thing that's going to happen is you will get an email which will look something like this. It'll have the name of the lead. If they just put their first name in, right now we're just printing the first name twice because we put it in both first and last fields when they just put one name in. If they put a full name in, it's going to show. There's also a link that shows up in the email, and that link is the important link because that's what you'll be clicking on to get to a web page where you're going to be updating us. Also, a couple other things to notice in this email. The price range is here. Also, we tell you if it's an A-rated lead or a B-rated lead. By B-rated lead, what we mean is that we have not necessarily qualified the lead as highly, or we don't know its quality. And if you see the word alert here where it says B-rated, because usually it'll just have an X in A or B, but if you see the word alert here, what that means is, and let me actually show this to you, that the person set up an alert. So for example, let me just show you one of the pages that somebody might submit a lead on. So you'll see this is one of the DROdio pages that a user might find, and on here it says watch this property. If somebody clicks watch this property, we are offering to alert them when the price or the status of the property changes. Now that's different from them saying request more information on this property. When that happens, you'll see that it comes in as a request where they want more information. So that's the difference. If the lead comes in to you saying alert, you know that they just set an alert up and they didn't necessarily specifically ask to see the property, so that when you contact them, you can tell them, hey, we noticed that you wanted to be alerted about to get update statuses. Would you like XYZ? Would you like me to get more information on the property? Would you like me to call the listing agent to find out exactly how motivated the sellers are? Would you like to see it? You can just approach the lead differently. Below that is the person's contact information, and below that are the notes that are already in our system. Now these notes are important. You should really read them. For example, you can see that the user P. Young, which is Peter in our office, sent an email on the 30th of April. Okay, that's a note that came in. You can also see that the original inquiry came in here as a note. This is the address, the property that the buyer is interested in. Please make sure that you read through these notes, because that's how we are communicating to you what we know about this lead. If Peter would have been able to successfully get in touch with the person, he would have put notes in here saying, I talked to Daniel and XYZ happened. So it's important that you read these. Okay, let's get to the actual lead page itself. So when you click on this link here, it's going to take you to this page here, which is going to have details on the lead. Now, I am poaching Brian's account here, so Brian, thank you for giving your account up here. Brian has done a great job by putting this lead in the right status and putting a note in. And what I mean by that is he sent an email, but there was no phone number in the lead, or at least not a real one. It was just somebody put in a bogus phone number. So what Brian did was send him an email, and he put a note in to the system saying that. Then he changed the status, because when it first came in, let me show you, it would have been in the new lead assigned status, and I'll go ahead and change it back to that status so you can see what it would look like. So here's what it looks like when it first comes in, new lead assigned. Brian then sent an email, and he went here and he said, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and discard it, but I'm going to let DROdio send drip emails to this person. And what that means is you're basically passing the lead back to us, and it's our job to send drip emails and just keep trying to contact the lead over time. And if the lead responds to any of those emails, either you'll get that response, so you can go back in here and update the status to something other than discarded, or we'll get the response and we will let you know that the lead has expressed interest again. So when you put it in the status, discarded DROdio sends drip emails, you're basically passing the lead back to us and making it our responsibility to follow up with them. Now you don't need to put them in that status. If you wanted to, you could put them into initial attempt at contact. So if Brian had felt more confident about this lead, for example, if he had put in a last name, maybe put in a real phone number, Brian might have, and I would suggest that Brian would, put them into initial attempt at contact. Then you can go through everyone who's in initial attempt at contact. You can put them in still trying to contact. So you have a couple statuses here where you can kind of work through several stages of trying to contact the person. Then if you get in touch with them but they're not super interested, but they do have some interest, you might put them on hold month-to-month follow-ups. If they are interested and you're working with them, you'd put them in the interested status. If you get them under contract, you'd put them in the under contract celebrate status, and when you sell them, you'd put them in sold time to really celebrate status. Now, I'm going to go ahead and close Daniel by clicking on this red minus sign here, and you can see that I can see all of the statuses that, and in fact, let me go to Brian's specific account here. So I can see all of the statuses that Brian has people in. So for example, there are 0 in lead assigned, which is great. That means that there's nobody that he hasn't yet contacted. There are 13 people he's trying to contact, 6 that he's still trying to contact, 5 that are interested, 5 that are in on hold month-to-month follow-ups, and 1 person that's under contract. By the way, Brian, congratulations. Then you can see that there are 109 people in discarded DROdio sends drip emails, so he's passed those people back to us. And then there's 18 people in lead said don't contact me, the deleted status. You would only use this if somebody responds really negatively to you when you contact them. When you do put people here, we don't try to follow up with them. So we would much prefer that you put them into discarded and give us the opportunity to try to keep following up with them so that we can kind of revive the lead. Alright, any of these statuses you can click on to see all of the people that are in that status. So for example, there's 13 people in initial attempt at contact, and here we can see all 13 of them. And we can click on their contact information. So for example, we'll click on this person and we can see, for example, here the notes. There's a note from Peter, left a voice message, sent an email. There should ideally be notes from Brian in here as well, so that we can see what Brian's been doing to try to contact the people. You could also assign a task. So let's say that the person said, you know what, please call me next week. So what we would do is we would say add, and we would say call next week. And then we would say it's due in 1 week, and we click 1 week. You could also say today, tomorrow, 1 month, or you could just put your own date in, and then you say done. So now this person has a task that's call next week. But the neat thing is, up at the top here, there's a to-do list section, and all of the tasks are going to be showing in here that are open. And you can also say if you only want to view the next 7 days or 14 days of tasks, so things that are far out don't show up yet. It's going to be showing as green if it's due in the future. I believe it's yellow or orange if it's due today, and it's red if it's past due, so it'll change colors. You can also mark a task completed. So let's say that you call this person, you hit mark completed, or you just check it, or you could check all of the tasks you have open here if you wanted to. But anyway, let's just check this one. You could hit mark completed, and then it would go away. And then if we refresh this person, let's see, let me try actually. I guess this is a bug that we have because it should, yep, here we go. It's showing as, let me get back to this person here. Initial attempt at contact, and here's the person. It's showing as a check mark that it's done. Okay, now you'll also notice, by the way, that this person went to the bottom of the list. This list is ordered in order of the oldest last contact to the most recent. So you know that the people that are at the top of this list when you open any of the statuses are going to be the people that you need to contact the most because it's been the longest since you've talked to them. Okay, so this last contact for this person was 1 minute ago versus this last contact was 9 days ago. So that's our system. It should be pretty easy to use. I guess there's one more thing that I'll show you, which is the profile. in this profile, you can put, and it's not going to show because I'm logging in as an admin, but in Brian's profile, there'll be a picture of him, a logo, etc. If you put that information in, including a profile description just about your company, when we send emails out through the drip campaign, we're going to be branding them as you. So it'll be as if you're sending them. So anybody who is in this discarded DROdio sends drip emails status, we're going to have the emails coming from you, but they'll be with our content. So for example, any blog postings about the market, it'll just say brought to you. In this case, it would say brought to you by Brian. So, and if people hit reply to that email, then they would reply back to you. So it's going to be a very tight integration where if people are interested, you're going to know about it. So again, this is DROdio. Hope you enjoyed this. Please use it. This is really important to us because it's how we know how things are going. We are going to be creating agents based on how well it's used, i.e. we're going to be sending more leads to agents that are better at using this. So this is a very important initiative for us. If you find any bugs, you can hit the report a bug link up here. If there's anything that you would like to see that's not here, please hit report a bug and let us know, or you can just call me anytime, but that email comes straight to me, the report a bug email, and also to our programmers. But if you have any feature requests, put it here as well. I'd like to make this as easy as possible for you to use. Okay, that's it. Good selling. Bye-bye.